Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome to Wow Wednesday. I am your host, Nancy Matthews, one of the founders of Women's Prosperity Network, which is your place to grow your business, grow yourself, and connect with extraordinary women who are all on a mission to make a difference in the lives of others through their projects, products, services, and their hearts. So we thank you for joining us and tuning in today. This is Wow Wednesday. It is our weekly boost of motivation, education, and inspiration to support you in all areas of your life. Today, we're going to be talking with the LinkedIn expert, a high demand, highly favored and requested guest speaker. Laura Barker is with us today. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning.
So good. So excited to have you with us. And I'll bring Laura back in just a moment. I want to share a couple of quick announcements for the community. First of all, this afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're hosting a Spotlight on Leaders Summit and Extravaganza. And what this is an opportunity for you to get bite-sized nuggets of wisdom from 9 extraordinary women leaders, and for you to connect inside our community and share your takeaways, your insights, and build those deeper connections. So you can get the information about this event as well as all of our events when you go to womensprosperityNetwork.com and simply click on the events calendar. Today is an absolutely free event, so I highly encourage you to find a way to show up, because showing up, as they say, is 80% of the game. And then when you show up, get ready to be poured into, get ready to laugh, and get ready to meet and connect with extraordinary women. So join us for that. We also have coming up our 2-day Business of Speaking training, and that's taking place July 14th and 15th. You'll see the information on that on the website as well. And this is a training we've been delivering probably for the past 12 years, consistently updating it with the trends and what's happening in the market, because that's what we love to do, is to be able to give you time-tested and proven principles, just the way Laura is going to give you today, and then blend it with what's current and what's cutting edge. So join us for the 2-day Business of Speaking training, where we're going to pull back the curtain on not only how you create an engaging presentation, but also what's the business behind it. Like, how do you get those speaking gigs? How do you monetize them? How does it get you more clients and customers? So no more struggle. Let's do the one-to-many model and get you more ideal clients who are raving fans, so that your mantra can be my mantra. And I believe Laura's mantra is that I work with wonderful people in wonderful ways for wonderful pay.
Absolutely.
It is so much fun. And that's why we're here, to support you in doing just that. And Laura Barker is going to guide us today in how you can source and find those ideal clients through one of the largest platforms. Billions of people are waiting for you to show up in just the right way, and that is through LinkedIn. So let me share a little bit about Laura and her background, and then we'll dive right into the 3 fundamentals on growing your business on LinkedIn. So Laura Barker, JD, is an international business owner and consultant who works with business owners to maximize their growth opportunities while minimizing risk. Isn't that what we all want? Big growth and a little bit of risk. She's really good at that. Successful businesses recognize the value of investing in themselves for marketing, lead generation, and product development, as well as building a strong and secure foundation, while also investing in their employees or their team members, who are the lifeblood of their business. Laura has developed a unique system for consistently booking one-to-one meetings with your ideal clients using LinkedIn, and she offers masterclasses and a host of resources to guide her clients and students. Her business acumen spans across a variety of industries, including having founded her own law firm, co-founding an internationally successful retail business, and consulting for a wide spectrum of business owners, including manufacturing, retail, professional service businesses, and many more. You can see lots about Laura and all she offers at barkerbusinesssolutions.com. Welcome, my dear friend.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. My goodness.
It's
Thank
easy
you.
when this is who I got to introduce. Like, oh my goodness. And I just want to say one thing. I love that this niche of having helping people find their ideal clients through LinkedIn comes with this background that you have in such a wide variety of businesses. So it dispels the myth immediately. It's like, oh, LinkedIn won't work for me. Yeah, it can and it will, especially when you take a look at and work with Laura on applying her system. So you go ahead and jump right in, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just really excited to share with you guys today 3 fundamentals that will really help you be able to move the needle consistently on LinkedIn. I find that a lot of people are often intimidated by LinkedIn. Maybe they give it a try and they post and nothing ever seems to happen. So would you be surprised to know that you can actually get appointments booked without ever posting a single piece of content? Right? That's kind of crazy sounding. I know. Now, I'm not saying don't post. I'm just saying that alone, number one, is not going to get you what you're looking for. It is important, and I do a lot of training on the best ways to do it. But what's more important on LinkedIn is building relationships. And when you think about it, you don't build a relationship, a one-to-one through a post, right? That's just not going to happen. It is how you get known and how people become to get familiar with you and trust what you have to say when you show up consistently. But building that one-to-one relationship, that authentic relationship, is what gets you the meetings with those people. And it's during a meeting that we sell.
Right. Oh, I love that distinction. So everybody write that down, because some of you think posting on social media is actually sales, but it's not. It's marketing. The sale happens when you're in a conversation with someone. I love what you shared about posting content is not going to get you those you can get one-on-one clients without doing that. And the reason I love that is I see so many people agonizing and spending so much time on first of all, what is the right content to post? How often should I post? Where should I post? Like, there's so many questions and uncertainty and so much time lost, and I mean lost.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
your wheels in that direction when you're like, oh, I need clients.
Right.
Well, listen
Absolutely.
up, my friends. Listen up.
Absolutely. It's posting is PR, it's marketing, and it's great. But if you want clients and you want them now, then you need to focus on conversations with people. And the way that you do that is connecting with people who meet your ideal client profile criteria. So it is absolutely critical that you develop a robust ideal client profile. And I'm going to give you one of my secrets right now, that if you've ever been in my trainings, you know I talk about this a lot when it comes to your ideal client. Everybody knows that you have to create, the demographics and the psychographics, and we look at, well, what magazines do they read, and maybe you use Chat GPT to like build a persona and all that stuff, right? That's great. You need that stuff. But I'm going to tell you right now what is going to make the real difference for you in attracting your ideal client. I want you to think about those 3 words: your ideal client.
Okay.
Not mine. It's yours. It's not your client's ideal client. It's your ideal client. What makes someone your ideal client? Well, how you determine that is thinking like this. When you see somebody's name on your calendar and you light up because you go, oh my gosh, I love working with Nancy. I can't wait for our session. Then Nancy's your ideal client. Now, why is Nancy your ideal client? Why? She's fun. She laughs. She's coachable. She shows up on time. These characteristics of Nancy that bring you joy is what I want you to focus on. I call it the joy factor. Where is the joy factor in your ideal client profile? critical to have that.
That is so good. So like when I look at my calendar and I was like, oh my gosh, I get to be with Laura today. And much like what you described, you're coachable, you actually implement the strategies we discuss, you're self-reflective, and you're 100% accountable. Like, what are those qualities? And the other thing for my ideal client, as represented in you, is you're someone who loves to give and trusts in the process of giving, and receiving follows. Giving and receiving follows. Like, yeah.
And here's what and that's great. That's such a great example, Nancy, of you identifying characteristics that bring you joy. So folks, so why is this important, and what are you going to do with it now that you have this information? Mm-hmm. You are going to create your LinkedIn profile to reflect those qualities. So your about section is going to incorporate these qualities. Then what happens is when people look at your profile, those qualities are going to resonate with people who have those qualities in themselves.
So wait a minute. Are you saying in the about section on my LinkedIn, I'm going to say things like, I work with business owners who are energetic, coachable, eager to grow, love to value. I'm going to put that in my about section?
You are.
Wow. That's a gem I've not heard anywhere
before. It's a twist.
To shift it.
Right? It is. It's a twist that a lot of people don't seem to have caught on to. But what I know, and you all know this too, if you just stop and think about it a minute, we get what we ask for. What are you asking for? Right? We don't want everybody to be our client. Everybody can't be our client. And on LinkedIn, by the way, right now, there are over 930 million users. They are predicting that by early 24, it will be over 1 billion.
Yeah.
So why not be specific? Ask for exactly what you're looking for. Because I'll tell you, you will shine. You will deliver better content, quality coaching when you are working with people who bring you joy, because you will then bring them joy. And it just all mushrooms into this big joy thing, right? And Beautiful. Isn't that wonderful? So that we can think about getting clients that are so much fun to work with, so much value that we're adding to them. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it all worthwhile to me anyway.
And let's look at, I'm going to interpret this in terms of an ROI, or return on investment, for the client that you're serving. So with this really dialed in, yes, you've got their age, you've got their industry, you've got their goals, what they're going for that you can help them achieve. But when you tie in this other piece of the qualities you like this is also now defining the clients you work with that have the highest success rate.
Absolutely.
And the more success you get for your clients, the more they're going to refer to you, want to continue to work with you. Like, it's this beautiful flow to keep those clients coming in and referring, and using testimonials from those successful clients to build credibility, to bring in more. Really good.
That's exactly right. So we're talking, I'm going to try to stay focused on these three fundamentals, but it's hard because there's just so much to share. But, so we were talking about an optimized profile. And so having that ideal client is critical before your profile can even be optimized. So that's kind of why we went down that road. I'm not going to go into how to optimize your profile here. There's I've got tons of material on that's free and all kinds of stuff, and train on that a lot. But so I kind of want to move on to one thing that is actionable. I want every single person on this call to do today. It will not take you 5 minutes.
Okay.
I want you to go to your LinkedIn profile and turn on creator mode. It's super simple. It's a click of a button. Your profile, you'll scroll down, you'll see the words creator mode. If it's not turned on, turn it on. Why do you want to turn it on? You will have access now to, first of all, better analytics, which I always preach about. You got to know your numbers, but that's not the fun part. I mean, it is, but people don't get excited about it until they start seeing it. But the fun part is it also allows you to do LinkedIn Live events, both audio and video now. And the audio is a really new, fun feature that LinkedIn has added. I'm so excited about. And then, but here's probably the biggest thing. When you turn on creator mode, two big things. You get the follow button. This means that people across LinkedIn can follow you without having to connect with you. And you're probably thinking, but I want to connect with them. Well, all in good time. So a lot of times people maybe want to see more of your content or learn more about you before they actually commit to a connection, right? Because connecting means probably conversing if we're doing it right? And not everybody wants to be in a conversation with everybody. So they want to follow people.
Yeah.
And the good news is that LinkedIn allows you to see who's following you. So you can then decide, who do I want to reach out to and connect with who might be in my ideal client profile. And what's so great is you get to add that note now saying, hey, just wanted to reach out and thank you for following me. Let's connect here on LinkedIn if you're open to it. Love to learn more about you and your business.
All right, strategy number 2, the 3. Yeah. So I just want to recap this because she's dropping practical strategies you can apply right now to start to boost you getting these one-to-one meetings. 1, redo your profile. And I would imagine we're going to share how they can get your guide so we'll share that in a moment. But start by identifying your ideal client and include that description inside your about section. Number 2 is to turn on creator mode. And number 3, when people follow you, send them a message that says, hey, thanks for following me. And hey, would you like to connect? And then you build a connection. I do have a question. How do I know who's following me and when those new ones are coming in? Is that like under the notifications on LinkedIn or something?
You can see that under the notifications or under the tab that says My Network. There's a tab that says My Network, and that is the easiest way to see who's following you.
Right. And if I have a VA, I could have my VA do that part for me.
You certainly could.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
So Laura's training just me, but just saying.
And so actually that was kind of part of my second strategy wrapped up in creator mode. So I've actually got a third strategy that I really want to hit on a little bit today. Sure. So you've heard me already say that LinkedIn is about building relationships. Well, what that means is you are not selling or pitching on LinkedIn. Don't do it. Resist the temptation. It will get you nowhere. It will, in fact, get you ghosted.
That's what happens for me. I'll tell you, I have a lot of connections and followers and everything on LinkedIn, and I get so many people cold calling me because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Nancy, if you're looking for an opportunity, like, did you even read my profile and know what I do?
Yeah, no, they did not. Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
So what you want to think about LinkedIn is think about it like this. First of all, it is one big, giant networking meeting. Mm-hmm. If you were in person at a networking meeting, would you ever in a million years walk up to somebody and say, hey, buy my thing? Yeah, right. No way, Jose, right? You would try to build some rapport first, right? You might, ask them, have they been in the city long? Are they, you would ask them questions, right? Become an expert at asking questions about other people, get them drawn in, get them talking to you. That's what you want, is to have a conversation. Gee, I think we've heard that from somebody before, right? It's just a conversation. Somebody named Trish, was it Trish Carr, maybe?
Trish Carr, yeah.
It is just a conversation, and that's how to think of LinkedIn. So you can build relationships in a lot of different ways without being salesy. And I'm going to give you some tips here how to do this.
Okay.
So one is through commenting, strategic commenting. And I did a post on LinkedIn with a carousel of basically a slide deck about how exactly to do strategic commenting. So follow me on LinkedIn and look at my activity, and you'll see that all that laid out for you. Here's what I mean by that, though, in essence. Whenever you are making a comment, you want to add value to the person who put up the post. You do that at the same time as you get to showcase your expertise. And the way you do that without selling is to add an insight that comes from your expertise about the topic in the post. Hope everybody got that, right?
Yep. So what might that look like? Can you give us an example?
Hopefully at this hour in the morning I can.
Or maybe, should I give it a try? Should I give it a try? So let's see if I'm...
Well, sure. Okay, sure.
So this is a test.
It's a test, yes.
It's a test. All right. So you have a post on LinkedIn and you're talking about building relationships and networking.
Yes.
Right? Which is an area we're both experts in.
Absolutely.
So I might go on to your post and make a comment. Laura, that was a great tip to help so many people really develop relationships. The other thing that I find really works is to treat everyone as the one, to really pause in the moment of meeting someone and be curious and learn about them.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Perfect.
I did good?
You did so good. You're such a good student. You're so coachable.
Yeah.
It really is. That is the way to do it. And so I do want to say, I want to point out one of the things Nancy did, though, when she said, that's a great tip. She didn't stop there. You don't ever just want to say, that's a great tip or thanks for the advice. I mean, it's okay to say those things, but then you want to say why it's a great tip or why you like the advice, and then add your insight. Being careful to never, you want to make sure you're not like stealing somebody's audience, right? It's okay to add insight just exactly like Nancy did. That's what you want to do. And that way you do get to showcase your expertise. Nancy's not selling me anything or saying, go check me out or anything like that. But guess what? When Nancy responds that way and she's got her headline all dialed in, they're going to go click on her profile, just like they'll go click on your profile when your headline's dialed in.
So good. Great tip.
Really important. Here's another way to get your message out, without being salesy. So you can comment, but add value in general by sharing industry trends. So if you're going to post some content, for example, post something that shows that you are staying on top of things in your industry, whatever that is. I might post things about upcoming new features for LinkedIn that I've learned about. I might post something about how ChatGPT is impacting content creation. Things like that just show that you are on top of things. You're not asking for anything. You're not selling anything. It just demonstrates your authority. Building, guess what? That know, like, and trust factor, which, by the way, I now say has 4 factors. So it's know, like, trust, and authority. Be the authority in your industry, in your niche. And you're going to, because people, they want to buy from people they know, like, and trust, but today that's not enough. They want to buy from people they know, like, and trust, and who they believe knows what they're talking about.
So good.
I love what Evie says, what's in it for me? That's right. It's always, that radio station, WIIFM. It is what's in it for me or for them. I always get that kind of turned around. But anyway, so I want you to think about that when you are, creating the content. You can share great industry trends. Another thing you can do and want to do is follow creators. When I say creators, of course, I mean like content creators who are in your industry or in correlating industries, right? Industries that share your target audience, but do something different from you. You want to follow them so you see what they're posting. And that means, of course, always checking your notifications tab. Your notifications tab is gold, pure gold. You should check it every single time you're on LinkedIn, because it's going to tell you who's saying what, who's looking at your stuff, who's commenting on your stuff, and show you places where you can comment. So if you're following, say, somebody in a copywriting industry, so Nancy's in her industry and she wants to follow somebody in copywriting because, well, we're all interested in that, right? So she does that, checks her notifications tab, and sees that, for example, somebody named Matt Barker, no relation, has just posted something really cool about copywriting.
Okay.
So if you can be one of the early commenters on that post, guess what? Everybody's going to see your comment. Now, Matt's going to get 350 comments. Do you think it's going to matter if you're 351? Yeah, not so much, right? So when you're checking your notifications tab and you see that, get in early and make an insightful comment, and you might even repost it to your network.
Oh, because now you're showing love to this person.
Absolutely.
And actually elevating yourself in as an equal with this expert.
Absolutely.
Laura, this is so much good stuff.
And I have so much more, guys.
I know. We're coming up on the halfway mark.
I know.
There are going to be questions. I'm going to let us go over a few minutes and drop some more tips and strategies, and then we'll open up for questions. Meanwhile, I'm going to post the link in the chat for everybody to get your free guide, what's it called?
Jumpstart your LinkedIn profile today.
Okay, let's do that. So I'll place that in the chat, and you simply go to barkerbusinesssolutions.com, and right on that homepage, you can get the gift.
Yep.
Keep dropping wisdom, girl.
Okay, let's keep at it. I love this. So when we were talking about, I'm going to elaborate just a little bit again about the commenting with purpose on other people's posts. And Nancy did it beautifully. And one of the things she did that you may not realize is that her comment was all about her own brand purpose. So every time you're making a comment, you want to come at it from your brand's purpose. So just kind of wanted to make that clear. Now, another thing that is super important to do every single time is when you send a connection request, add a note. It needs to be personalized. And I don't just mean add their name. That is not personalization. Okay. I mean, you want to give them a reason to accept your request. People don't just click accept anymore blindly like they used to back in the day, because now it's all about quality. And I want you guys to have a list of targeted connections, not just random connections. That's not going to help you.
So can I ask a question on that?
Of course.
So am I seeking, so when I'm looking for the people to connect with, am I directly looking for my ideal clients?
That is one of the audiences you are seeking. Another type of audience you are seeking for a connection request would be potential referral partners, potential joint venture partners. If you are a speaker, you might be looking for, LinkedIn users who offer speaking opportunities. Mm-hmm. So there are a lot of different ways to have a targeted connection list, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So how do I, and this may be too deep for what you have a chance to cover today. So I make this connection request with an ideal client. Yes. How do I not come off salesy in that initial touch? Hi, I see that you're blah, 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 and I can help you with that.
Yeah, no, you don't say that. So instead, what you would say, so first of all, you're going to do your homework. So you did good. You went to their profile. That was good. You're going to maybe find something in their profile that's actually a common interest. I know recently I saw that someone one of their interests was child advocacy. Well, that's really important to me. So I just said, hey, I see that you are just as passionate about child advocacy as I am. If you're, and here's the key phrase here, folks. If you are open to it, let's connect here on LinkedIn.
Magic phrase. We love our magic phrases.
It is a magic phrase. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So you get it right every time.
Awesome.
So you want to do that. And then you could always say, something like looking forward to getting to know you. Something like that. You can also, quote, warm up a connection before you send the request by going to their activity feed and commenting on a post or two.
Beautiful. I'm sitting here listening, and I personally have not spent the time or attention on LinkedIn that I could be. I don't want to shit on myself. And as I'm listening here, I honestly, oh no, there's one more thing to add to my list. I don't have the time, blah, 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 blah. So help me.
I will help you. 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. So here's the scoop. You do have to invest the time to get your profile optimized. That's a must. So get the profile optimized. And then I've got a really effective system. Many people have used it to grow their businesses, where once your profile's optimized, you literally can fill your calendar in 20 minutes a day. And here's the basic strategy. You are going to set your timer for 20 minutes. I'm not kidding. Set your timer. Then before you set your timer, you're going to decide on which focused activity you're going to do during that 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be getting new connections is your focused activity. That means you're not scrolling through the feed. Okay, folks, no. That means you're sending out those personalized connection requests after you've done your homework. So in 20 minutes, you might only get 4 or 5 sent out. That's okay. They're going to be quality connections.
So scrolling really is a waste of time.
Total waste of time. Total waste of time. Don't do it.
I could find that 20 minutes just if I stop scrolling.
Right?
Hello.
Absolutely.
Okay. So good. All right. Well, Laura, I know this is the tip of the iceberg. Let everyone know. I already put the link for your free guide, the Jumpstart Your Profile guide in the chat. Just go to barkerbusinesssolutions.com. I know you have a system set up that you called your GPS, where we get accountability, support, ongoing. Like, if you, I just want to say this to everyone listening. If you have said either I need more clients, or I'm spending too much time and money on marketing or Facebook ads and it's not getting me clients, listen up, because this is for you.
Thank you. I do. So I have something I've created called the LinkedIn GPS cohort. I see some of my cohort friends here today. I love that. Miss Barbara Johnson and Peggy Lee and so many. I can't see Carol Frank. I can't see everyone. But anyway, thank you all. Love you all. And here's what we do in the cohort. So you are going to have access to me in a way like you can't imagine. So I give you monthly master classes. And in fact, the next one is coming up on Monday, and it's all about finding your tribe, because we got to do that. That's the searching. So you make those good connection requests. So you get an all access pass to master classes. You get monthly office hours with me. And if you're in WPN, they do laser coaching. It's the same kind of setup. You come, you listen, you bring a problem, we work through it, and I will stay until everybody is served. That's how I operate, because I've learned from the best, right? Over here next to me. So that is the great way to do this. And so then you also get a Slack channel that's devoted to you. Now, if you don't know what Slack is, that's okay. I will introduce you to it and walk you through it. But the great thing about Slack is that you can put a question in there, and you will get a response from me personally within 24 hours. Because why? I don't want anybody getting stuck. I want to make sure that as you are going on your LinkedIn journey, that I am your GPS. that you can turn that on and plug in and go, hey, Laura, take a look at this. What do you think? I was going to use this as my new banner picture. And here's the really cool thing. Not only will you get feedback from me, you'll also be able to ask for feedback from other people in the cohort and say, do y'all like this one or that one? It is a great community. We have a ton of fun and we get a lot done because I am about results. I've always been about results, and that is the key to success, is focusing on how are we going to move the needle, right? So I created this so we could all move the needle. So here's, also within that is an on-demand training library with over 50 hours of videos and templates and guides for whatever you need to be doing on LinkedIn. Here is the thing. It is right now. Let me ask you, what's one new client worth to you? You know, everybody has their own answer. We got different price points and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to guess it's probably $47 anyway. Well, right now, that is the investment to be a part of this cohort. $47 a month, and you are going to have access to everything I've just talked about. So ask yourself, how much money and time did I spend creating a website? And how much traffic, how many clients am I getting from my website? Hopefully some, but it's not usually our best resource for actually getting clients. It's more PR sort of. So this is a way to get clients. This is a way to book meetings consistently. $47 a month, and for right now, but it's going up as of July 1st to $97.
Which is Saturday.
Right? It's happening so quick. But it's been in the works for quite some time. You probably, if you're on my list, you probably know about this already. But it's going up to $97 because I pour everything I have into the cohort. That's the decision that I have made as a business. And I'm there to guide you. And so you can get in now for $47 and you're locked in. So everybody who's in, don't worry, you're not going up, you're not being increased. But yeah. But lock it in while you can. If you feel like this is something that is for you.
Yeah. And again, if you have said, I need more clients, I'm spending too much time, and trying to market, spending money, not getting results, give it a go for 30 days. I spend $47 buying lunch sometimes.
Right? Especially with inflation today, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. So join us. And you want to go to barkerbusinesssolutions.com/cohort, which is COHORT. So barkerbusinesssolutions.com/cohort. And my friends, this is something that you want to take action on now, because as our friend Deborah Morrison would share with us, when we take action now, we get the benefit of what Einstein calls the eighth wonder of the world, which is compounding, right? So you're compounding your knowledge. We're compounding getting started today to cultivate your profile, generate those leads. And waiting until Saturday is going to cost you more, $50 more a month. Give it a go today. Jump in, $47. Your next live masterclass is happening when?
Monday,
July 3rd?
Yes, at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Got it. So we've got...
And you'll get emails.
Beautiful. Yeah. So to be live with her, to get strategies and advice, just like she's sharing today, Monday, July 3rd is the next masterclass, and then live office hours happens on the 17th.
Third, that's right. So first Mondays of the month are masterclasses. Third Mondays of the month are office hours, and Slack in between.
Beautiful. All right. We got lots of people online, questions, comments, all that good stuff. So go ahead. If you're on your phone, you can hit *6. And if you're with us on your computer, just raise your hand. We definitely want to hear from you. So let's jump in. Our first caller is, I saw a hand up a moment ago, Laura Park. Did you want to share, Laura?
No, not really. I mean, other than just give Laura a pat on the back, just the 60 days that I've been using it. My people that have searched my profile have gone up. I've been asked to comment on articles. This morning I was given a badge because of the articles that I've commented on.
That's fabulous.
So, it's little by little, and I just scratched the surface. I mean, her library in the back is so exhaustive. It's no, if that's the right word, Laura. I'm sorry if it's not, but it's extensive.
It's comprehensive. Let's call it comprehensive.
It's that comprehensive and sophisticated. And, I just have made a living off the digital platform for the last 20 years, and I don't see it changing, and this is a digital platform for business professionals. There's not another one like it on the internet. So, it's sort of like the QR code that came out a long time ago and never took off. Well, it's come back. And so I think LinkedIn's come back, and I don't think it ever went away. It's just finding the right professional to work with for me. And that happens to be Laura Barker. So I'm so happy to be working with you, Laura.
And you know what, Laura? You're one of my ideal clients. You bring me so much joy. I love working with you.
Well, thank you.
Fantastic. So good. Yay, Laura Park. All right. So again, barkerbusinesssolutions.com/cohort. You can get in today for just $47 and get those kind of results that we've been talking about here. Tisha has a question in the chat. She says, please advise, when should you follow and when should you connect, and what's the difference?
Great question, Tisha. Thank you for that. We are talking about it from two different perspectives. So you as the user always have a choice of following someone else or asking to connect with someone else. You can make that determination based on whether you think they will fit into your ideal client profile, referral partner, speaking opportunities, joint venture, that sort of thing. In those situations, you would want to attempt to connect with them. Others, I would just follow when you're looking at content creators that you like what they're doing. Now, as for your own profile, though, do you want to be followed, right? Or have people have the connect button? So when you turn, here's the difference. When you are connected, that means you are a first level connection and we can send each other direct messages. If you are not what's called a first level or first degree connection, you cannot send direct messages. And if you wanted to message someone, you'd have to use something called InMail, which at some point is going to cost you money. And InMails don't get read as much because they're seen usually as sales pitches. So you want people to follow you. And that's why I just want everybody to turn on that creator mode so that people will see the follow button when they go to your profile. And then all you have to do is just take a look at the list of the new people who have followed you, and you can decide if you want to send a connection request.
It keeps you in control of the communication too.
And your list. Absolutely. It's just a great little system there. Yeah. I hope that answered your question.
All right, Tisha, if you've got a follow-up, happy to answer. Just raise your hand or unmute yourself and we'll take your question or comment. Let's go to Mary Jane Charles.
Good morning, Laura. How are you?
Good morning, Mary Jane. I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
Good. I just want to do a live testimonial here. I have followed Laura since the very beginning, and I've done the steps. And you don't think you're doing anything, you get on and, oh boy, can I scroll and get lost in that rabbit hole. So I've learned not to even begin that, just mission mode, stay in mission mode. The clock is ticking, my timer. Bottom line, I have posted not as often as I should, but I have. I reposted, made a comment, and you're sending them all out. It's like those signals from Earth to Mars. You don't know where they're going and when they're going to come back. Well, 2 weeks ago, I was in a summit with Catherine Yarborough, manifesting clients. There was break time. I went in. I had an email from the woman who has built the Palliative Care Institute. Great book. Please contact me about a podcast. I almost fell. I've got goosebumps now. And then we had that other gentleman who I was a long shot. I got in touch with someone who was commenting on somebody else's. Why? I don't know. And he bought a set of books. So it does come back, and you can't sit and wait for it because you got other things to do. But you will be surprised, and it's like manna from heaven. So it just stick with the steps. Do the steps.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mary Jane. And you know you're one of my ideal clients. In fact, you want to know what? I'll tell y'all something. Everybody is my ideal client because I don't work with people who are not.
Yeah.
Right. There's not enough time there's not enough time in my life for me to take on a PETA client. Does everybody know what that is?
That's the bread when you're making a sandwich.
Yeah, not so much. PETA, pain in the client, and I'll let you fill that in.
Thank you.
Right. We all want to work with people who bring us joy. And so that's what I choose to do. And so we just have a joyful community.
Beautiful. And that's so good. And I just want to make sure you picked up what Mary Jane said. Number one, she was on a summit. Somebody checked her out through her LinkedIn profile and got this palliative care, huge organization, said, come be on my podcast. Number two, somebody actually went on and just bought her books. So like, this is how you make money. This is how we get it done. That's awesome. Right. Congratulations, Mary Jane.
And that was all from Mary Jane making a comment, like the commenting strategy that I was talking about earlier.
Yes.
She put that into place. Watch the magic happen.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Mary Jane.
Thank you.
Awesome. So good. Nicole Truss, I want to acknowledge you. You have been note-taking for us on these Wow Wednesdays in the Facebook group for so long. I'm sending you oodles of love. Thank you for doing that for our benefit and that benefit of everyone here. And she's like, no time for a PETA client, ... pain in the
I love it.
Oh, goodness. All right. Once again, go to barkerbusinesssolutions.com. Get the profile guide at the very minimum. Get that profile guide so that you can jumpstart your profile with all the strategies. She gave us just 1 or 2 nuggets today. It's jam-packed with nuggets. And then number 2, if you are intentional and have your goal set to have more clients this year, ideal clients who are happy to pay you for $47 a month, like find the money. Like, let's get real here. It's never about, I don't have that. No. We got to get resourceful because it's somewhere in the budget, whether it's that lunch, that Starbucks, it's somewhere in the budget for $47. That's not getting you the return and bringing you what you hoped it would. So find the money and join the cohort at Barker Business Solutions. Let's go ahead. I want to address, we got another question or 2 in the house. I believe 404-644. Do you have a question for Laura today?
I have a comment about the magnificent GPS known as Laura.
Is this
Let me tell you, this is Angela Nelson. Yes.
Hey, Angela Nelson.
Hello, Laura. How are you?
Fantastic. How are you, my friend?
I am doing much better now that I hear you and Nancy on Wow Wednesday. It never fails to be a wow moment. And I can tell everybody $47 is a drop in the bucket. $47 is an amazing deal because your return on investment is going to be mind-blowing. Laura's Barker 20, which is literally, like she said, 20 minutes. As I'm listening to this call, I am getting LinkedIn connection requests that have been accepted because I'm following her Barker 20, and it's literally 20 minutes. of my day.
Well done.
Good
Yay.
job. Thank you.
So good.
And join her cohort.
That's right. Come have some fun with us.
Jump on in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll see you Monday, Laura.
I'll be there and I'll see you. Looking forward to it.
All right, beautiful.
All right.
Thank you, Angela. And you just brought to mind another benefit that I know that happens when people are part of community, and specifically with LinkedIn. When I post something and then there's crickets, it's very disappointing. And don't you share a strategy on how to make that happen a little better? And you got to join the cohort to find out.
I'll share the strategy, but typically making it happen requires a community.
Got it. Okay, so the strategy is?
Yeah, the strategy is, so the algorithm, I keep up with the algorithm for you, so you don't have to pay attention to that stuff, right? And I bring you what you need to know. So here's what's important to know. When you post, this is just one of many things actually. Anyway, when you post, the first 90 minutes is critical to how many people will see it. The way more people will see it is if you get an organic comment in the first 90 minutes. Now, what does organic mean? It just means that you didn't go on LinkedIn and ask somebody to comment on your post. What we do within the cohort, though, is support each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we will, if I have a post I would like somebody to comment on, I'll pop it in there. And if somebody has time, they will. And if they don't, they don't. And that's fine. This is not a pod. This is not, hey, everybody get on there and say great post. No, this is about real, thoughtful comments when people have time to make them. But we have a big enough community that we're usually able to get somebody. And I'm really good about commenting on everybody's posts. I'm a huge commenter.
Yeah, you are. Beautiful. All right, let's go to Tisha, who we answered your question about following and connecting. I'm thinking you might have a follow-up. Tisha, you should be able to unmute yourself there.
Okay. There we go. Can you hear? Yes.
Beautiful.
Quick question. You mentioned the first degree of contact. Is that when you are, I guess, connected with or friends connected with someone in your community, or you know someone that knows someone? Is that how that works?
Not exact. So that is kind of how the degrees work. So let me explain it a little bit more. So on LinkedIn, somebody that is on your connection list is what they call a first degree connection, which means one of you has sent a connection request and the other accepted. And now you can have direct messaging between you. If you are connected to me and you are connected to Nancy, but I'm not connected to Nancy, Nancy is a second degree connection. This is like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever that was. Anyway, so, and it goes to third degrees, and you can see how you're connected. So if you clicked on somebody's profile, there will be a first, second, or third next to their name. And that tells you what your relationship is within the LinkedIn community to that individual. Did that help?
Got it. It did. I was thinking along those lines. Okay, perfect. I got a better understanding now. Thank you.
And if you are just if you just follow, you are not connected as a first degree. You might be second or third, but you're not a first degree if it's just a follow.
And that's where the messaging comes in also, right?
Absolutely.
If you're not connected. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Awesome. Well done. And Tisha, I'm curious, what is Lux Image Agency?
Lux Image Agency is where I work with women and their branding image and ensuring that their image is connected with their brand. I started it with we started doing the virtual networking group, and I met a lady and she was eating a Subway sandwich during the networking group. So we have got to stop this.
Right? I love it, Tisha.
Subway. Oh my goodness.
And Tisha, I must say that your photo is fabulous.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is stand out, my friend. Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you for sharing. And it's a
Thank you.
so, and again, I want to point something out. Her name made me curious. I was like, ooh, what's that about?
We
So,
all have little lucks in our life, right?
yeah, baby.
Exactly. I love it.
Awesome.
All right, Tisha, enjoy this beautiful wow day. All
You do
right.
the same, baby.
Yep, beautiful. Let's go ahead. I'm going to open up one more, and that is for the incredible, amazing, extraordinary Barbara Johnson is in the house. Woo, woo.
Barbara, hello, my friend.
I saw Wow Wednesday was on LinkedIn and I knew it was you. I had to come. So I actually wanted to tell everybody some of the things that Laura said. It's 20 minutes a day. Anybody can find 20 minutes a day, literally. But I will tell you, it creeps up on you. I started doing the Barker 20 a while ago, I'll admit it. And the first week or two, I didn't see much happening. I was making connections. I went from less than 100 connections to over 300 connections in a couple weeks, really quick. But I wasn't getting any meetings, not with the first 2 weeks. After that, all of a sudden my calendar exploded. When I mean exploded, I went from, no real meetings with prospects to 15 to 20. And so then I had to back off a little bit and I got it down to 10 to 15. But
and that's a week, right, Barbara?
That's per week. Yes. That's each week.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? She had so many leads coming in that she needed to manage it and pull back a little bit. So what I'm hearing is there's some actions you take consistently, and there's this faucet that you can open and close.
Well, that's exactly right.
You don't want to close it, but you want to, tone it back sometimes.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, it was like all of a sudden, and I thought during the first 2 weeks, this isn't working. I'm not getting any meetings. Why? I'm not getting, and then all of a sudden, the huge explosion happens. So it's 20 minutes a day. And I will tell you, Laura is a fountain of information at helping you get those processes. What you do with them once you get that meeting, that's of course your business, but LinkedIn is the place to go. And Laura definitely is the person to get you there.
And Barbara, if I could ask a question, because I happen to know the answer too. Have you gotten a few clients, monthly accounting clients? Because Barbara is a strategic accountant, by the way. She didn't mention that, but she's also become my accountant, for which I'm so grateful. But so, yeah, I'm one of the clients, so I don't count. But have you gotten a few?
Yes, I've gotten a few others. Yes, definitely. Definitely gotten a few others, and it does continue to grow. So we're doing really well. So like I said, Laura's got the information. I can definitely attest to the fact that she can get you those prospects so that you can then talk to them.
Yeah.
And then it's up to you to go from there.
That's right. I always say I can show you how to get the meeting. I can't sell your product, okay, or your service, but I can show you how to get the meeting, and then that's on you.
Absolutely.
And that's what Barbara did.
Yeah. Then you just listen to Trish, and it's just a conversation.
That's right.
Yeah, beautiful. Kudos to you, because again, you implemented the strategy and the coaching you received. So I'm guessing Barbara's one of your ideal clients.
Oh, she is. She knows she is. Of course. Absolutely.
I love it.
Checks all the boxes.
Well done. Well, my friends, we are at the top of the hour. Laura, thank you so much for just really giving us golden nuggets and practical strategies that we can apply right now, and the steps to move forward by your free Jumpstart Your Profile guide, as well as the cohort special pricing of $47. Jump in now. Give it a go for 30 days. That's my advice. Definitely.
I would love to see you there. And we've got a class on Monday you don't want to miss.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. Anything else you want to share before we wrap up today, my friend?
Just thank you all for being here and spending some time with us this morning. Wow Wednesday is always a priority for me. I love being in the WPN community. Would not be without my sisters.
We love you too. That's what it's all about. We may not have it all together,
but together we have it all.
Oh, yes. And if you would like to learn from some other extraordinary leaders that we have in our community, join us this afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, for the Spotlight on Leaders Summit and Networking Extravaganza. We're going to blend these two things together so that you all get an opportunity to share your brilliance with each other. So go to the website, womensprosperitynetwork.com, click on that events calendar and join us, because we want your brilliance to shine as well. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you again, Laura. And get out there, my friends, be the one and make it a wow day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.